Hi everybody, it's Mac. I'm probably missing out on a lot of things I just said because it just freaked out on me. Doing this video more for school project right now. Basically a day in the life of a trans man. Forewarn this with every transition is different. Every trans person's story is different. Um, so essentially, the broad version of it is I get up, I shower, I eat, brush my teeth, get ready, and go do what I need to do. Whether that's class, work, grocery shopping, whatever. And I come home and then I try to cook. I usually have my wife cook because I'm horrible at cooking, so I'll do laundry and she cooks. And then to chores and everything else, just like any other cisgender person would. And then I go to bed, and that's basically it. That's the day in the life of a trans person. Really, any trans person would say the same thing. Or in essence no different from a cisgender person because we're still human, and we're no different from a rich person or a homeless person because we're still human. Although we could fall in both of those categories as well. But this project's more in depth than that, but that's really what the day in life of a trans person is. But to make it more fitting would be telling a little bit about my transition. My injections are on Tuesdays, which is technically right now. But I'm 9 out, so I will actually technically do it on Wednesday mornings, like around this time. I've been on testosterone for 5.5 years. The first made it 5.5. Let's see, things with testosterone. So things about, once again, Transman, which doesn't include everybody. It's just my story. Baldness. I am holding my laptop, so there's gonna be a lot of wiggling. I'm sorry. And there's not a piece of dandruff. I just showered. Um, facial hair, body hair, everywhere. Muscle definition starting to change more drastically right now. That's what I'm seeing now. There are things like roid raging, which is hunger, really hungry, really horny. For me specifically, this far into transition, I don't have roid rage anymore. Although that can also be aggressiveness, and that never really happened with me. But there's always that in the back of my mind, sex. Like it's just kind of always there now. I can know of it now. And same with hunger. That's always in the back of my mind too. But it's not like really horny or really hungry spikes for weird reasons or whatever. Um, I'm past that. Some things that are different for trans people or for me are, well, injections by hate needles. I have gauges, the rainbow gauges. There's size. This is really hard to do. Oh yeah, my voice goes up really high when I'm excited or whatever. There we go. The rainbow. I don't know if you can tell that very well. Size 0, but it took me like 5 years to get that size because I hate needles and pain that doesn't have to happen. Uh, some of those people it takes like 20 minutes to inject myself. Let's see, what do I do that's related trans? Um, well, I'm alive. If I haven't come out, I want to be alive. I would not be 23, and I would not be married, and I wouldn't have a dog in a very, very messy apartment because we're in the middle of moving. Just so much fun because I've been sick recently, and this is finals week. Yay! But hey, at least it went through, and we're moving, so that's the good news. We can still push it out some because we got some time before we have to leave this place, but the place came through for us, and that is a blessing in its own self. I had top surgery February 4th, 2011. That will be all in its own video, but I want to give props to Dr. Juliana Hansen, who works at Oregon Health Science University, which is short for OHSU. I'm sure a lot of people who are gender questioning have heard of her or are in transition have heard of her because she's a pretty big top surgeon right now. She's located in Portland, Oregon. That gives you some whereabouts to where I am. I'm in Oregon, born and raised here, and I hate the rain. So don't let anybody else fool you. But I won't use an umbrella or a rain jacket. Um, let's see. I was her first trans patient. She had really no knowledge about transgender people at all. And my mom's like, let's go to this lady. And I took a risk. And, well, that has its own story, its own essence. But I took a risk, and we went to her, and she knew exactly what she was doing. And the nicest person ever. Like, no joke. The nicest person ever. And I strive to become at least half the doctor she is one day. But that's a whole nother video. Things about a day in the life of a trans man. Besides injections, you get the trough levels and the high levels, which I don't really get anymore because I've been testosterone for so long. But essentially, you know, you inject whatever your injection rate is, level is. I guess that makes more sense. And the first few days, I mean, I guess the easiest way to explain this is you're more horny and more hungry. And then the last few days before your injection, you're less horny, you're less hungry. So there's just variations, peaks, and stuff. Not so much now for me. I mean, I'm on a more regular dose, and as far as I am into my testosterone journey, the less it's the trough levels have happened. And I also had a total hysterectomy August 13th, 2013. Not for the reasons that I really cared what was inside of me. I could have died with what was inside of me. Like, that didn't bother me. I mean, yeah, there's a cancer risk for it, so I would have probably gone taken out anyways. But it was because I had really bad, excuse me, I have the hiccups. Really bad endometriosis and adenomyosis, and so insurance actually cover that as opposed to top surgery. The things that I guess a day in the life of a trans person, specifically, I'm only speaking about me, is I'm still afraid to use public bathrooms. I mean, I'm fat, I'm stocky, I'm short. Don't get me wrong, I'm short. I have facial hair. I'm going bald. Like, I may have rainbow gauges, but that can mean anything in Oregon, really. And I pass. Like, I mean, there's no question I pass. I mean, my voice is a little bit lower than what I usually have. I'm so sorry that this is so wobbly. But I know that I pass now. I don't question that anymore. I know that I pass. But I'm still terrified of finding somebody who either knows my story, because I'm really, really open person, and it's the wrong person at the wrong time, and we're in the bathroom together, or in the cracks of the stalls, you know, in between pulling up and down pants, sees that I don't have a penis. Surprise, if you didn't know that. Insurance is kind of starting to maybe cover it. Maybe, I don't know. I haven't pushed the envelope quite yet. I was thinking of giving them one more year. Plus, we don't really have a bottom surgery program at Oregon yet. It's starting up. A little secret for you. But that's pretty much the biggest fear I run into. Like I talked about before, the I'll go with you buttons. It's packed, otherwise I'd pull it out. Are huge. They might not be as important for every trans person out there, but they're super important to me. And if I see somebody wearing that button, I'm gonna be so happy because I'm like, oh my god, I can pee. Because I still try to hold my pee around being out and about. Even on a really, really, really accepting campus. And I'm so grateful to go to the school that I go to. Let's see. Really, I see my facial is really, really thick right now. It's actually bothering me. But I've just been so busy. And finals are kind of more important in terms of facial hair. That's about the things that are different for me, at least right now. I can go back and add things back. I can bring out my little notebook and we can do a whole timeline together and learn about each other. And if you feel like nobody loves you right now, somebody does. Your family does. your friends do. If you feel like you have no friends or anything, do know that I love you. So it's very important that you have somebody that loves you. If I don't know you, you're important. You're very, very important to this world, and you matter. I love you. And I will see you guys later.